that they say shall never end. Can you imagine?
The woman who always speaks when there is need for her to speak, Aisha Yesufu, decided to speak. Aisha Yesufu is one lady that is loved by many Nigerians due to the way and manners she speaks. In a recent tweet she made, she decided to reply the Chief of Army Staff, General ßØŌõRATAI, based on what he directed the soldiers to do few days ago. It should be noted that few days ago, General ßØräTAI directed the soldiers to treat all Nigerians like potential Boko Haram suspects. Based on that, Aisha Yesufu decided to reply him. While replying him, she made it clear to him that while he's busy treating Nigerians as terrorists, the terrorists will be treating them as their own victims. And the food test made by her could be seen saying, why they treat all of us as Boko Haram terrorists, the Boko Haram treats them as their victims rather than as those supposed to crush them, because we have an incompetent chief of army staff and a more incompetent commander-in-chief. And according to what ßØräTAI said, the chief of headquarters Nigeria Army Staff, ßØräTAI, directed soldiers to treat all Nigerians as Boko Haram suspects, according to what Sarah reporters also tweeted. Based on what he said, with what is going on now in Nigeria now, need to be addressed so fast. This is not the time to treat the issue of insecurity with kid gloves. Treating every Nigeria like terrorists will not solve any problem. The needed things to be done is so that peace will return to Nigeria. They have to do the needful. The needful must be done so that peace will be returned to Nigeria. Well, someone is saying that I think even you selfishly, hijacking the whole thing. Now illiterate and Yahoo NSAS protesters you be. Okay. This one is saying that someone who is reporting this whole thing is a Yahoo guy. And someone says, so easy to know them, family of cows. Nuisance. A terrorist is here. It is your own evil that will slay you. ßØräTAI is not sensitive to the Nigerians' plight, so he will not understand. So he believes what he can do is to flex his muscles on Nigerians, innocent Nigerians, and that was what they displayed at Lekki. Well, if white man mistakenly made this comment, he will apologize and resign. But Africa leaders for where, of course, this is not matter of I don't know why somebody would make such a statement, because as with somebody who is is highly up there, you cannot just come out and be making such statements. You know, understand what you are trying to say. So the idea of begging for forgiveness or resigning is not, to me, it's neither here nor there, because for you to open your mouth and say that, you know what you are talking about. So definitely those who are in a saner environment will not even say that, because that is not how they roll. He understands perfectly well what he meant by that Nigeria should be treated like that, like a Boko Haram. And this Boko Haram, they themselves, they will be, even Aisha Yusufu was trying to tell us that that the soldiers that the Boko Haram will treat them as their victims. But the army, the Nigerian government, you know what they do? They will pamper them. They will tell you that they have repented. They will tell you they are trying to de-radicalize them. So there's some other two things that they always do to them. And before they will now reintegrate them into society, they do a manner of things to them. And as many that will just say, oh yes, we have surrendered, whether true or not, they will begin to coach them. They will begin to give them some kind of a treatment, professional treatment. We don't even know whether they have already finalized that arrangement. Of course, we might even say maybe they have finalized it or not. Maybe they are already schooling abroad, because they suggested or somebody proposed it, whether it's just for formality's sake, so that it will be heard, or that somebody proposed it and they just went ahead and do that. Whether they are still planning it, we don't know. Whether they have even started it, we don't know. Before they said they wanted to they form this operation safe corridor, they had already planned everything. They didn't send Nigerians that they were to do that. We just heard one day that some people have been trained, they are now repentant Boko Haram. That was what we heard, and that is how it has been running. Maybe they have even sent these people abroad to go and school. So those are the things they do to them. But this Boko Haram too, they will treat the so-called soldiers as victims, while the ßØräTAI is telling the soldiers to treat every Nigerian as a Boko Haram terrorist. You can imagine a suspect. How? Anything goes in this country, honestly. Well, it is generation for now to eternity that will be treated as Boko Haram suspects, not Nigerians. ßØRATAI, as you know, is worse than the Boko Haram. Where did he got the money to own a 5-star hotel in Dubai? The man indeed is a thief and killer. After 2023, many people go land for jail for this country. Nobody they go see put them there for there. How many people don't go jail as we speak right now? How many of them? They are still roaming the streets freely, walking freely, while the innocent ones are languishing in the prison. Because they can no longer handle the monster they created, they now want all Nigerians to pay for their wickedness and incompetence. It will get to the turn, or to their turn. Since ßØRATAI instructed the soldiers to treat Nigerians like terrorists, that is how the terrorists will treat them like animals. Make a hay while sun is shine. You are not going to be in that position forever. Remember, before you come into that office, many people held that office and that position of yours. One day you will become mute. Be careful. This clearly shows that he is Boko Haram's commander and chief executive. The man ßØRATAI is clueless, heartless, and wicked as a person. So since Boko Haram are becoming too hard to defeat, is now channeling his anger towards the innocent citizens of Nigeria. He will also fail like King Herod. At last, he will eat grass like King Nebuchadnezzar. So says the Lord of hosts. Well, ßØRATAI is a retired soldier, and so he lacks tactics to fight these Boko guys. The only thing he knows now is politics to protect his ill-gotten wealth. May God save us from syndicate leaders in high places of the present-day Nigeria government. I don't know how God is going to arrest these people and deal with them. He will surely defend his words. If not now, in the future, he will. He's not a professional, but they said they have been acting professionally, with all the things that happened, that they've been acting so well. What do we expect them to say? Please let him know now that he was appointed to protect his citizens. I'm not sure he knows that not to treat them as a terrorist, according to his statement. And this statement is barbaric and unacceptable. And a lot of people will be quiet. They won't say anything about it. As if everything, before I used to think that there was something that was blown into the air. Everybody was, as soon as you breathe it, you can't even reason well. If not for, few people that are coming out to tackle every of the world. And that is how it ought to be. Because if everybody just keep quiet, begging, everything, I say they pull mat, that is why we got to where we are today. That is why things have degenerated to the way it is, and we cannot even handle it. I go say, I beg, leave her. That one a small thing. That is not our problem. It's not our problem. All those little things, we need to be re-echoing it and to analyze them. If not, it will just be part of us, and people will say, I beg, that is not our problem. And those little things are our problems. Now they've accumulated and we can't even handle them. That is why it is good. Some people are see they're coming out to say, no, this statement is not right. This statement is not right. Under what circumstance did this man make this kind of statement? A lot of people just forget about it. It does not matter until trouble will start, before everybody will now be running a task. So guys, let's hear your opinion and let's know your thoughts on this.